Hello folks, and welcome back to Movie Mad channel once again. Today is Friday, and I've got a day off. Not for a particularly good reason, but I've got a bit of time. So, sorry, my wife's distracting me right now. Not in a good way. Tell her what you've done, Arlene.
I twisted my feet yesterday. I fell over.
By
I
walking.
didn't actually even fall over. I just stood up.
By walking. So I think I'm going to need to get her some walking lessons.
Got lost.
Right, back to the movies. So, this shelf, as you say, the more and more we go down, the more and more my little shelf gets out of the line. But I still include this as shelf number, lost count now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, on this one, we have my very limited Arrow Academy ones. We have some, well, I'm not going to tell you, you can see anyway. We'll just go through it as I do. Without interruptions, Charlie. Thank you. So, the thing is, I've got 6 Arrow Academy titles there, 6 of them, and I've only seen one. We've got let's start off with The Killers. There must have been a reason why I bought this. But for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. This one I did buy because it's a Western, and that's Ramrod. The Big Combo, I'm pretty sure I got that in a charity shop for £2. Sleeping Dogs, I got that because it's got Sam Neill in it. I haven't watched it yet. Again, I'm not going to keep saying that each time. If I've not seen it, I'll just pull them out and show you. We then have One-Eyed Jack, and I got that because of Marlon Brando. And the one I have seen, which I quite like, and you know when it first came out, I didn't actually like it as much as I do now. Don't know, maybe it's because I'm older, got my own kids now. I think it came out, did I have kids when this came out? Children of Men? I'm not sure.
So I don't think we did.
What year was it? We technically did. 2006 it says. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was later than that. Yeah, no.
And great movie, that one. I appreciate it more and more. Piranha, the original classic. Now I've seen the remake, but I've never seen the original. And when I seen that in the CX, I think I paid £6 for it. I took it. Then the 3 I have seen, we've got. We should really put them in order, eh?
Oh, I'm so glad I got ticket last when I did.
They all gone.
Yeah, sold out in 2 minutes. My mate can't get in.
Oh dear. My wife's getting a ticket for Cal Beatty for summer because she missed out on the last 2, but she's managed to get one this morning, so that's good. So we've got the Maze Runner, The Scotch Trials, and Maze Runner The Death Cure. Now, I watched these all when they first came out, and I was like, meh. But they've grown on me. Don't know why, but they have. And I watched the first couple quite recently. So we'll move the camera a wee bit and we'll bring it down a wee bit. Now this shelf coming up is what I used to call my favourite shelf. And the reason I called it my favourite shelf is I've kept all my favourite movies on it. And I kept them all on there so they were easily accessible. But because I've been given and got 4Ks, a lot of the favourites have disappeared from the shelf, and I've got like a little bit of Eureka, Masters of Cinema, a few other bits on there. So we'll just go through it. It's a bit of a random shelf. But you know what I can see first? The dust on it. Dear oh dear, I can see that dust through here. I'm going to dust it first and I'll be right back. So we're back. A slightly adjusted angle. And here we are. So let's move through this shelf, and I've dusted it a wee bit. So we have Hitler's Hollywood. It's propaganda movies, a collection of propaganda movies that Hitler made during the war, which I haven't watched yet. I missed the first one. That was hiding behind there. Let's take that one out so we can get a wee better look. There we go. So it's Fright Night. The original with Roddy McDowell and Amanda Bears. What's her name in Married with Children? Is a neighbour. Marcy. Marcy from Married with Children. We next have, I think I got this in the, I can't remember. My memory's terrible. I can't actually remember where I got this. Lucky. We then have The Sorcerer, which is a remake of another one, which again slips mind, with Roy Schneider. And I'm pretty sure I've got the original. My memory is terrible at the moment, it really is. Oh, then this is a favourite of mine. It's Enemy Mine, with Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. So that is a favourite of mine. So that's still on the shelf on here. Blue Lagoon. Pretty controversial movie for the time, but I haven't watched it yet.
You've never seen the Blue Lagoon?
No. The Birdman of Alcatraz with Burt Lancaster. I have seen this, but it's a long time ago. The Friends of Eddie Coyle. I got it because it was Robert Mitchum in it, but I haven't watched it yet. 3 Days of the Condor with Robert Redford. Will Creek. I have seen the film. I have not seen the series yet. The Offence. And I got that because it's got Sean Connery in it. Robinson Crusoe on Mars. I think this was a great Amazon deal at one time for £4 or £5, something like that. And it was going out of print, so I thought, we'll take that. Laura. Again, Masters of Cinema that was in the charity shop. No, it wasn't. It was in the CEX. You know what it is? I'm getting distracted because British Gas are phoning me again.
So why is your phone on when you're not at work?
No, they're not phoning.
Oh, right.
They're phoning me to get my smart meter put in. But I've already told them I'm not emptying the cupboard. Third time for them not to turn up. Sorry to interrupt the shelf video. And then I picked up Eureka. Because it's got Gene Hackman and Rutger Hauer in it. And Mickey Rourke. I should watch that one. I should watch all of them, and I'm going to watch all of them. Paths of Glory with Kirk Douglas, Master Cinema, which I don't have yet seen. Opus Rex, and I can't remember why I bought that one, but it must have been cheap. This one I have seen. It's Charlton Heston and A Touch of Evil. It says a film by Orson Welles, but Charlton Heston's in it. Right, we'll turn the camera a little bit. If we focus it a little bit more too. Right, so this is the remainders of my favourite shelf, but I've sort of turned it into Kevin Spacey, a few others. So we'll start off with American Beauty. What a great film that is. LA Confidential. The Usual Suspects. Been a while. Two-Lane Blacktop. Again, a Master of Cinema. Roy always says to me, if you see them in CX and they're reasonable, get them because they will be going out of print. And then you won't be able to get them if you do decide to watch them. So that's why I do it. Pick this one up. I think this is quite a hard one to get on Blu-ray, which is Ladder 49. I think this is one of the ones... Is it? It could be. There was a guy who traded in his whole collection to CX and had these little black numbers at the top, and he had a load out of print ones, and I bought quite a few of them. The Poseidon Adventure. Gene Hackman again, Ernest Borgnine, Roddy McDowell, Shelley Winters. Great film that. We then have a bit of Liam Neeson in Rob Roy. Another classic Scottish one right after Braveheart, I think that was made. Then we have A Bridge Too Far. More classic war, Sean Connery. There's quite a few other stars in that as well, isn't there? Now, this is... I've not seen many Hitchcock films, I don't think, but this one is my favourite. And it's The Birds It's just so creepy when the birds start attacking you, like Charlie over there.
Charlie's not attacking me, sitting on my head like his normal place. I love to sit on my head.
Then I think I've got sort of like a Swayze section going on next with Point Break. Great film. Ghost. Another great film. Sam Weed. Stop horror me. Is that what it says? Sam Weed. It's Whoopi Goldberg. It's a great film, and everybody knows the Vaz scene from that, I'm sure. But I think the film was good as well. Then I have another classic, Steel Dawn with Patrick Swayze. One of my favourites is when I was a kid. My auntie had that on video, and I watched that one over and over again. I think that's where he met his wife, Lisa Nemi, in this film.
Yes, Molly?
So that's Steel Dawn. We next have a movie that I have not seen for a very long time, but when I seen it in CX and I seen the cast, I thought I'd take it as the Brat. Well, we've got C. Thomas Hill, Matt Dillon, the Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Diane Lane, Emilio Estevez, Tom Cruise, and Leif Garrett. So that's actually quite a few. And I say, I think I paid £6 for that. Then I've a classic John Wayne, The Searchers. I watched The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance the other day. That's the first time I've seen that, and I thought that was a great film. I've yet to see The Searchers. Stephen King's It, the original. Oh, better move the camera a little bit. A little bit. There's a couple in here that I can actually make disappear, but I haven't yet. I've got Last of the Mohicans with Daniel Day-Lewis. James Millership's favourite, The Never Ending Story. Now, I like The Never Ending Story, and I looked into getting the 4K on that one, but the 4K has only got a German release, and apparently the 4K changes the Never Ending Story song in it. So what would be the point in getting the 4K without the Never Ending Story song?
Can I do that?
No, I don't know. I think the rights have gone for some reason. This is why, sometimes you need to keep your original copies, because the Never Ending Story. That was a great film as a kid. And I've yet to show James this, because when the horse dies, what's his name? Phalanx or something. And the Things of Sorrow. What is it? This you watch that? That's a great film. I should watch it with James. The Sea of Sorrow, but James would hate it because he hates any animals dying in films. But you've got to watch that. Well, you don't have to watch it, but it's life. Next one. Shall we play a game? War Games. War Games.
Alright.
It's War Games with Ali Sheedy and Matthew Broderick. I think this is a small Matthew Broderick section. I've only got 2 movies in it. I've got War Games, and I've got, of course, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Another great one. So this is the one that I now have the 4K for, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is nostalgia for me, and this in here is not just the Blu-ray. I don't know if you know, but when I have a DVD and Blu-ray, I try and combine them. So in here is not only the Blu-ray, but there's a DVD I must have had for 20 years. I think it's unplayable, to be honest with you. Stop going out of focus. I think it's probably unplayable, and it is unplayable. But, well, look at the state of this. I'm going to take that into CX and get it cleaned up. But if I could get the 4K, here, I've got no nostalgia for the Blu-ray itself because this one's got a more modern one in it, the 4K. So if you have a look, in fact, look, this has got a space for a extra tray. Let's see if we can do that now. Got extra trays down here. I think I do. Will it fit a blue one? Stop! Going out of focus. Will that fit a blue one? It will. It'll fit a blue one for now. Look, I can get a black one later, but now I can take the DVD out there, which I'm going to keep. I just don't know. Why can't I do this? Because I'm thinking, is there differences from the Blu-ray and the 4K? Because there was a difference. I don't know. I'm gonna investigate that more, but can't investigate that more till next Christmas. Because you can't watch the Santa Claus the movie in January, can you? What?
No.
No, you can't. So we'll think about that one. Next, got this in the Amazon Glitch sale. It's Dr. Zhivago. I think I paid like £3 for it. Let's move the camera over a little bit. Here we go. I think you see my messy, untidy area from there. I'm trying to avoid that. To make it appear that I'm a nice, tidy collector, which I am most of the time. The shelves are not too bad, but the floor is not. So we've also got Addams Family. I wonder why this keeps on out of focus. Iron Man 2. A nice thin case triple play of that. And I'm breaking the place. Then we have Jaws, which I actually have now on 4K. So I don't need the Blu-ray. We have Jaws 2. We'll just put that back in there for now. Sort out later. Then I think we get on to a little bit, I was going to say Roy Snyder, but it's a little bit of Steve McQueen after the classic that is Blue Thunder about the police helicopter. Then we have the one I got the other day, which was Steve McQueen's The Getaway. More classic McQueen in The Great Escape. And honestly, I think this is the best picture I've ever seen on a Blu-ray. Admittedly, I haven't watched Sansara yet because Roy says that's absolutely amazing picture, but Town of Inferno for me is the best picture on Blu-ray. Why have not got a 4K of that? I have no idea. Cool Hand Luke. Another classic 50 eggs eaten. Papillon. Or Papillon. I used to call it Papillon when I was a kid. Papillon, where he escapes from the French gulag. With Dustin Hoffman, another great film. And finally, for this shelf, we have Le Mans with Steve McQueen. So just as Charlie decides to pipe up, hope you've enjoyed this shelf and hope you've enjoyed my look through. The next set of shelves are going to be a bit challenging because I'm going to have to move all my mess to do that. And technically my next shelf isn't really a shelf because there's no shelf there. Does that make sense? Because they're piled on top of one because I took the shelves out to put DVDs in the bottom and I didn't have enough shelves because these bookcases were DVD bookcases, so they had like a gap, a huge gap, and I've moved them up, all of them ever so slightly, which meant I had less shelves at the bottom. But that didn't matter because I was putting DVDs in the bottom at the time anyway. But now my Blu-ray collection has taken over that. Yeah. It's a bit of a mess, the next shelf, I'm not going to be honest. But if we're going to show the whole collection, we're going to show the warts and all, shall we say. And not that there's not great stuff in it, it's just untidy. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time on the Moonman channel, hopefully. See you later. Bye.